She has become one of the most recognizable faces on Premier League benches, the woman doctor who Chelsea have relied upon to treat their injured players. But in the space of only 4 days, Eva Carneiro's relationship with Jose Mourinho has deteriorated so badly that we may not see her again. On Saturday, Carneiro and her colleague John Fern angered the Chelsea manager by rushing onto the pitch to tend to Eden Hazard near the end of the 2-2 draw with Swansea. London, England, August 8. Jose Mourinho, manager of Chelsea, gestures during the Barclays Premier League match between Chelsea and Swansea City at Stamford Bridge on August 8, 2015 in London, England. Jose Mourinho let rip at his medical team but said nothing. Chelsea's Dr. Eva Carneiro appears to have an argument with Jose Mourinho, manager of Chelsea, during the Barclays Premier League match between Chelsea and Swansea played at Stamford Bridge, London, when Jose Mourinho said everyone on Chelsea's bench needed. Jose Mourinho is wrong to ban Chelsea. Dr. Eva Carneiro. Chelsea's Dr. Eva Carneiro appears to have an argument with Jose Mourinho, manager of Chelsea, during the Barclays Premier League match between Chelsea and Swansea played at Stamford Bridge, London. Jose Mourinho is wrong for blaming his medical team. WHO is Dr. Eva Carneiro? Eva Carneiro was born in Gibraltar to a Spanish father and English mother. She studied in Australia, did an MSc in London and a thesis at West Ham. Carneiro joined the Blues in 2009 as reserve team doctor. Andre Villas-Boas brought her into the first team fold in 2011. The 41-year-old fell in love with the game while traveling in Mexico. She watched a match between Mexico and Brazil during the 1998 France World Cup and was hooked. Carneiro, who supports Spanish side Real Madrid, enjoyed ballet and riding as a teenager before focusing her attention on football. After being criticized at the weekend, Carneiro took to Facebook to thank the public for their support. She will no longer attend first-team games. Chelsea were already down to 10 men, and Hazard receiving treatment meant that last season's Player of the Year had to spend a few moments on the touchline, leaving the champions vulnerable. Mourinho was furious. "I wasn't happy with my medical staff because even if you are a medical doctor or secretary on the bench, you have to understand the game," said Mourinho. "You have to know that when you have one player less and, in the end, you go onto the pitch to assist a player, then you must be sure that a player has a serious problem. I was sure that Eden didn't have a serious problem. He had a knock and was very tired. My medical department left me with 8 fit players in a counter-attack after a set piece, and we were worried we didn't have enough players left." Carneiro was hurt by that, and Chelsea fans rushed to send her messages of support. On Monday she posted on Facebook, "I would like to thank the general public for their overwhelming support. Really very much appreciated." But instead of patching things up with her, Mourinho took more drastic action. The 41-year-old, who was born in Gibraltar, will keep her job title as first-team doctor, but she will not be allowed at training sessions, matches or the team hotel. That surely puts her future at the club in doubt. Fern is likely to receive the same treatment, but a late decision will be made on him as the club need a physio on the bench for Sunday's crucial match at Manchester City. Jose Mourinho goes mad at physio Eva Carneiro for pitch. Carneiro was promoted to the role with the Chelsea first team by Andre Villas-Boas in 2011 and has since worked with Roberto Di Matteo, Rafa Benitez and now Mourinho. Born to a Spanish father and British mother, she has studied at Nottingham University and Queen Mary University of London. Carneiro spent time with West Ham before being appointed to the UK Sports and Medicine Specialist Training Programme with the Olympic Medical Institute, preparing athletes for the 2008 Olympic Games. She spent some time working for the England women's football team before joining Chelsea in 2009. Sportsmail understands Mourinho's decision has raised a few eyebrows at the club. Players were said to be completely shocked at the news of the doctor's demotion, although they knew something was wrong, as Mourinho had not been his usual jovial self, even with his favourite players. It is also believed that not all members of the club's hierarchy share Mourinho's opinion that Carneiro was in the wrong. It remains to be seen whether feeling is strong enough to reverse the decision, although that would surely anger Mourinho. He has made a number of changes to working practices for his backroom team since returning from pre-season, and there are likely to be more. The adjustment to Carneiro's role is said to be part of those changes. Fern, who was given a private dressing down by Mourinho on Saturday, will also see his role altered as part of the manager's changes. Jose Mourinho vs the Medics October 2006. After Petrosek was knocked out by Stephen Hunt at Reading, Mourinho claimed his keeper was waiting 30 minutes in the dressing room for an ambulance. The ambulance service said his version of events contained serious factual inaccuracies. March 2010, as Inter Milan manager, Mourinho raised questions about Chelsea's methods by claiming the injured Cech would be available to play because Dr. Needles can get him healthy enough to play, and play well. May 2015, Oscar suffered a head injury against Arsenal, but was allowed to play on and made the bench 3 days later, despite the Premier League's 6-day return-to-play protocol. Dr. Willie Stewart of the FAR concussion panel said it was completely unacceptable. However, the adjustments in Fern's responsibilities are yet to be confirmed. Chelsea's medical director Paco Biosca will continue to head the department. Academy doctors Julian Redhead, Chris Hughes or David Porter may be promoted into the senior setup to take over Carneiro's previous match responsibilities. A Chelsea spokesman would not comment on Carneiro's role or future on Tuesday night. Carneiro has been the target of sexist abuse from rival fans on occasion during her time at Chelsea, and the club publicly supported her with a statement condemning the behavior. And in a speech made during a conference in Sweden last season, Carneiro said, "In every medical television program I have ever watched in my life, the female doctor is hypersexualized. She goes off with Tom Cruise and it is all happy endings. Or she is not present. Or she is a lesbian." This is the perception young girls grow up with of what a female doctor is. This needs to change. The need to be ass-kicking women who are not behaving like men, who do a really good job and save the day. That is not going off with Tom Cruise. I think women are discouraged from a young age. Meanwhile, Chelsea will be without the out-court toys after an appeal against his red card in the clash against Swansea was rejected.